Hey everyone, so I hope everyone's having a good day or night. So today I'm going to talk about cheating. Yeah, I know that's a really touchy topic, and a lot of you guys don't like talking about that kind of stuff because it aggravates you and it pisses you off and all this stuff. But I feel like I have to talk about this, you know, because a lot of people have gone through it and there are people who haven't gone through it yet. But it's, even if you haven't gone through it, it's good to know. It's good to know reasons why this happens. So these are my reasons why I think this happens. I'm not telling you to agree with me. So you could either agree with me or, agree or disagree with me. It's my opinion of, why cheating occurs, like different reasons why it occurs. So reason number one, the person you're seeing or you have gotten really busy. So you stop hanging out so much, you stop seeing them as much, you don't call them as much anymore, you don't text them good morning beautiful or good morning, any of that kind of like sweet little details stop showing up because you've just gotten really busy with work or with school. And so your significant other goes like, they feel they're like, okay, they're not very happy, they feel they miss you, they truly miss spending time with you and not, but they know that's your work, that's, they know that your work is so important and whatnot, so they're afraid to tell you how they feel. So anyway, they tell you, oh, like, you're busy Friday night or Saturday night, there's a party going on, and turns out you're working that night or you have to work on a paper, so you can't go. They're like, oh, okay, and so your significant other is like, okay, so I'm gonna go with my friends, that's cool with you, right? And you're like, okay, yeah, that's fine. So your significant other goes with their friends to the party, and you guys all know what's at a party, so I don't have to explain. So anyway, there's a bunch of guys and girls and just all this craziness, like parties, craziness. Anyway, so this person, your significant other, gets caught up, and maybe they drink a little bit too much, or which is in most cases they drink a little bit too much, and then they end up having sex with someone at the party. And then, the next morning, they feel really, really, really bad that they did this. But in a way, they did this because they feel neglected by you. They feel like you don't give them much attention anymore, or that you don't care about them anymore. So it's kind of like they just, like, subconsciously. It's a weird kind of psychology type thing. So, yeah, they feel really bad. They don't know what to do. And so when you find out, you're like super mad. Super, super mad. I understand it's never right to cheat. Never, ever, ever right to cheat. But when you neglect someone, when you're neglecting someone and you don't, make time for them anymore because you're just too busy, they're bound to cheat on you. That's like, you have to think about that. Like, they're bound to, like, feel they're bound to find someone else to accompany them. Like either if they get drunk at a party or if they're sober and they start liking someone else and they use someone to, they use that person to so they can get all the attention and love they need that you're not giving them. So part of it is your fault because they cheated or because they cheated on you. So I just understand that work can be really busy. It can get really, really busy. But like all jobs, I'm not saying all jobs, but majority of jobs, you get a break. And on that break, you should call, your significant other. You should call them and talk to them while you can. Like if you truly still, care about them, still call them or text them, however is best. But I think calling is a lot better because that way they feel that they see that you truly wanted to hear their voice, instead of just easily texting them because that's just anyone can do texting, but it's just I think when you're calling someone it adds a special touch to it. So just call them, talk to them on your break. Or if you don't have a break, if you don't have a break, call them when you're off. Or text them when you're off if you get off too late. But I know there's some cases that there are people who are like live-in nurses. So they were kind of like on and off, like they could be living there for like a whole month. And then they come back till like, they just stay, when they come back, they just stay for 2 weeks and then they go back. I get that. I mean, but that's not an excuse for, I'm sure that before you go to bed, you have at least some amount of time to Skype with your significant other or call them at least, And then like when you come back, try to spend as much time as you can with that person because you're probably going to be gone again for like another month or 2 months, So it's all about details. And then you just have to, for the people who, work locally and have breaks and whatnot, like on the day that you're off, or if you're just working in the morning, make time to go like take out your significant other at night, like on a special date, or if it's like you're working at night, then have a breakfast together, or, the day that you're off, obviously spend it with the person that, you're with your boyfriend or girlfriend. Just like, honestly, I think that's the best thing that you can do because if you don't do any of that, if you don't communicate with them, chances are, like I said, they're going to cheat on you. But that's like one of the main reasons why people cheat because they're neglected. They feel neglected by their significant other. Then the other main one, because I'm just going to cover the 2 main topics. I'm not going to cover the third one because that's really obvious. But anyway, then the second one is that this person or you don't love them anymore. You don't love them anymore, but you're too afraid to tell them. But then you run into someone that you really like. You end up really liking, you hang out with them, and then next thing you know, you're hanging out with them and you may accidentally kiss them or maybe go further, I don't know. So it's like, I understand that you don't love you may not love your girlfriend or boyfriend anymore. But that's not a reason. That doesn't mean, like, you're still with them. So you can't go and start seeing other people when you're still in the relationship with them, That's just not, that you just can't do that, You just can't do that. You have to break up in order to go, to go date the other person so you're starting to like, because you don't, you know. So it's just, you have to communicate with them and tell them how you feel. Obviously, don't, be really mean about it. Be nice about it. Tell them you guys need to talk, meet up somewhere, or go over to their house and tell them. Yeah, they're gonna take it hard, but they would appreciate that you were honest with them. So just be honest with them, and before you start seeing other people, like, don't forget that you're still in a relationship, you know? You you have to, talk to them, because it's gonna like hurt them a lot that you're seeing someone else. They're gonna get suspicious, some don't, but most do get suspicious that you're seeing someone else behind their back, and that's really gonna hurt them. It's gonna hurt them more that you cheat on them than you telling them the truth that you don't love them anymore. So yeah. And then the third reason, which like I said, I'm not gonna cover much, is the person you're dating. Like, you really have to like get to know a person before you even date them. If they have a history of hooking up with a lot of people and not having many relationships, that says a lot. So, I mean, unless they like drastically change, cool. But if not, if they're still the same and they accept to be in a relationship with you and then they end up cheating on you, you should have been more, you just should have been more smart and be like, okay, well, this person has a history and they're still the same. Like, if they say they're gonna change, like, most likely people don't change. A lot of people don't change. That's just how it is. So yeah, it's just, these are my reasons why cheating happens in different case scenarios. So, it's good to know that, like, these are the reasons why you just have to be cautious and like be more diligent. But yeah, this is like really long now. I don't know if any of you gonna be sitting here for like almost 13 minutes watching this. So I'm gonna end it here, and if you guys want to watch this, go ahead. But if not, I totally understand. All right, bye.